enga ya wara tikanga ina zoyemba lalo tikanga na zo pleurer bisonyo soto zalara sima
Os nzembo ya Palestinien autour à Palestinien pour moi na sima drapeau Congo donc ils ont une organisation de basalango pour les 3 pays Palestinien Congo Kinshasa et Soudan donc maintenant on va terminer bien pour moi na recha image déjà en direct d'Irlande à Dublin donc pour moi en réalité ils ont passé en Irlande occasion ya kozala tout à l'heure le cas ça veut dire ils ont organisé le recensement pour les 3 pays Congo Kinshasa la République démocratique du Congo Soudan et Palestine. Merci.
It's a tale as old as time. We never learn, we never try. Another bomb drops from the sky. Another mother mourns their child. Free Palestine. Are we all so numb inside, immune to human strife? Is a child not a child, whether they're yours or mine? How many must die till you can't sleep at night? Free Palestine. Are we all so numb inside, immune to human strife? Is a child not a child, whether they're yours or mine? How many must die till you can't sleep at night? Free Palestine. Song for Palestine on Bandcamp, Ellen O'Mara, it should come up, and all the funds are going to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. I won't say much, I've just one more song I wrote about how the times and how it feels like the world is falling apart, but I just think it's so positive tonight, and it's so amazing to be around people who think the same and care, so this is a really positive event, despite it having to be about such horrible things, but it's so nice to be part of this, and I'm just really grateful to be sharing the stage, so I'll stop talking now. Always knew the world was broken, that life would never fair. Politicians lie and the government don't care, but lately it's been feeling like the end is getting near. Hell, it ain't below us, no, it's already here, 'cause we're worshipping celebrities as bombs fall from the sky, calling little children terrorists, saying they deserve to die. Oh, Trump in your White House, do you sleep easy in bed? When you wash those callous hands, does the water turn bright red? You call them collateral, I call them
congolaise. Ah, moi biloko mona wa mikate na ba makola soso oya ba congolaise. On pense que tout le monde dans chaque pays balan biloko na ba marque na bango. Donc chez nous les congolais ils ont un foufou na makaya bunani. Mais ils ont bête ma kitoko donc bon ils ont quota.
Because it is my country and I learned my history, that's why I'm here to share it with you guys. And thanks for giving me that opportunity. The first thing I was going to mention is I'm going to talk about Congo. The only reason I'm about to talk about Congo is we all know what is going on in the eastern part of Congo, the why reason. I'm going to go back in time and I'm going to tell you the events that is going on in Congo right now. And the first thing I wanted to say is we all know during the first industrial revolution, when the cars were available, they were mass producing cars. During that time, there was one of the largest atrocities that happened in my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. As the world needed cars, we all know for our car to drive on our roads, we needed so much rubber. And during that time was the first genocide that actually happened in Congo. As we all know, as you know, the heart of the darkness, where the King Leopold, that some people claim to be a hero, but in my home country, he was cutting my great grandfather's hands. Why? Because of the needs of rubber to feed our cars that we're driving today. And before we can get to what we're living today in Congo, we all have to go back in time to see how important Congo was into the world that we're living in today. During that time, Congo had a population of over 20 million, but by the time Leopold left, we were left about 15 million. So that will explain to you the numbers. And during that same time, as the time went forward, the Industrial Revolution literally increased. And during the 1939, exactly the 2nd of August 1939, there was a very great scientist, as we all know as Albert Einstein. He wrote a letter to Theodore Roosevelt, telling him about the great discovery they made with uranium, how uranium, the energy in uranium, they were able to use it in so many ways. And during that time, in that letter, he actually mentioned the Congo. At the time, they were calling it Belgian Congo. Why? Because they discovered the uranium that's well known today. Because in uranium, we have two types of uranium. We have uranium-325 and we have uranium-326. The uranium-325 is mostly used for nuclear energy. That's why some countries use it for producing electricity. But the uranium-326, that one atom that misses in the uranium-325, was the one that was able to end the Second World War. As we know, during the Operation Manhattan that was taken by the American, that operation that gave birth to the 2 nuclear bombs that they dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki was actually taken from my home country, which was known as the Congo. So again, during the Second World War, Congo was needed again to put an end on one of the worst war that happened during the world. And of course, so many people don't talk about it. That's why I'm here to share my story to each and every one of you. But at the same time, not just to share my story to educate you, but it's actually not to share my story to get sympathy from you, but it's for me to tell you how important Congo is in the world that we're living in today. Apart from the natural resources of Congo, one thing people don't realize about the Congo, we have the second large rainforest after the Amazon, which is the Congo rainforest. That's me not even mentioning about all the natural resources that actually exist in Congo. Why am I saying that? It's because after the end of the Second World War, the world was actually transitioning into a different type of era that we all benefit in today as the dot-com era or the technological era. And in 1940, after they discovered the uranium in Congo, there was actually a mineral that they found in Congo, but they already classified it as a very strategic mineral, which we all know today as coltan. And for the coltan, why am I mentioning coltan is, if it wasn't for coltan, we would never experience the book that we're using today and everything we're using. Why? Because coltan is actually a scientific symbol that coal symbolizes columnite and tan stands for tantalum. And in the world that we're living in today, coltan is extremely important. As we all know, everything that we're using today, from our phones, PlayStation, laptop, cameras, there's one thing that all them things have in common, is a microchip. And if you look around host, even here in Ireland where we live, there's a massive multinational corporation that actually based here in Ireland as well, known as Intel. And if some of us know why Intel is expanding all the plants all over the world, why are they expanding all the plants they have in Lixlip? In the past 3 years, Intel invested over 20 billion euro just in Ireland alone, never mind all over the world. As we're speaking today, they're already moving ground in Germany for a 40 billion euro investment in Germany. They're expanding the plant in Arizona, they're expanding the plants in Israel, and still nobody's paying attention. Why? Because the world is actually in need of so much microchips as ever before. Why? Because microchips, we use it in our electric cars, we use it into our phones, even our phone, TVs, toast, and you can name every single thing that we actually use today. It's actually holding on to somebody's blood in it. And in a daily basis, since the Congo war started until today, as I'm speaking right now, there's a Congolese babies being raped, there's a Congolese woman being mistreated, there's children that's been left without mothers, and you can think of every single worst atrocity that we actually like seeing in TVs. It's actually happening in the Congo, but yet nobody's speaking about it. Why? Because there's actually like forces behind that that's benefiting from it, so many multinationals, and nobody want to talk about it. Because why? Can I ask actually a question? Is anybody care about Congo? Yeah. So if you really care about Congo, I want you every time when you're holding onto your phone, your gadget, think about what's happening into children of Congo. Think about how much blood is being shed for us to enjoy our phones, for us to enjoy our laptops so we can send our tweet, TikTok, Instagram. It wouldn't happen if Congo was not there. And today we're experiencing what is happening within the automobile industry. We don't want to be living carbon footprint anymore. Mineral layers in Congo, from coltan, copper, cobalt, uranium, and niobium. We have diamonds, industrial diamonds, you name it, we have it. But we're not asking for people to come in and kill people to get that. All we want is to just come into our country, is to treat us with some respect. Because as much as other people's life matters, we all knew about like Black Lives Matter, but let me tell you today, Congolese people's life matters. Because it wouldn't be, we wouldn't be living we wouldn't be able to reduce our carbon footprints today if it wasn't for Congo. We would never be able to experience this technological revolution that we're living in today if it wasn't for Congo. And of course, there would never be electric cars if it wasn't for Congo. That's why I'm here today, not just to tell the story, but to actually educate every single one of us. Because like it says, when you know better, you do better. And today, I want every single one of us to know when we look at our iPhones, when we touch our tablets, and just remember, them digits that we're enjoying today has some blood in it. And that's why the reason why Congo is always being known as well. It's been a war going on over 30 years. 30 years since 1996 until today. 16 million lives. That's the population of Ireland. Imagine waking up in the morning one day, the whole island, no Dublin, Ireland's been wiped out. I'm definitely sure every single newspaper worldwide will speak about what about the kids of Congo. How many newspapers wrote about it? How many of us are even aware of what's happening in Congo? How many of us even know the numbers of people that are in Congo? Sometimes for us Congolese, we feel like the world doesn't care about us. But us, the new generation of Congolese, with the help of my president, Jules Mukundai, I would really love everybody to put their hands together for him as well. That's the gentleman over there. He is that gentleman that gave me that courage to search about my country and to actually educate everybody why do we need Congo. The Amazon, as we know today, the rainforest day by day is disappearing. But if you look at the Congo rainforest, what's happening to it is intact. So for us, for everybody else worldwise, to be burning the fuel, to be driving the cars, well, the Congo rainforest is helping not just Congo, but the whole world to reduce our carbon footprint through its major rainforest. And in the east, the eastern part of Congo is actually helping us enjoy the technology that we're enjoying today. And right now, as I'm actually speaking today, when I watch the news today, I see like a kid where the mom was killed. And the mom, as we know, African people have the habit of actually carrying the kids on the back. They have a little rope, they tie them on the back. And the mom was killed, but the kid was left on the mother's back. The kid was just crying like that. And yeah, the kid didn't know what was going on. That kid was flooded in the mother's blood. And the people just left. And this experience today, we all celebrated like the International Women's Day. We wanted the whole world to know how important women are. What about the women in the east of Congo that's been raped day in, day out for the past 30 years? What about the little girls that grew up in that area? How do you expect their future to be bright when all they knew was violence, the worst crime being committed to sometimes family members, like the people that are close to them, like loved one? And if we don't tell that story, who's going to tell that story for us? If we don't raise our voice, who will be able to speak for the Congolese people? Is that just because of the color of the skin? Is that just because some people are benefiting from it? We are giving the world what the world needs. But why is our stories being suffocated? And that's how us, young generation of Congolese, especially in Ireland, we want to educate people why it's important for you and I to fight for Congo, so that way we can have a better world. We can reduce our carbon footprint through Congo. We can actually have a phones that don't have a blood minerals in them if we only do it the right way. That's why I wanted to thank everybody for actually listening to me. And I want you to remember again, when you go home, when you're holding to your phones, when you're holding to the tablets, when you're driving your electric car home, just think of the kids of Congo that's being killed day in, day out. Thank you.
So much for educating all of us, and I think the only thing we can do to thank you is to go out and to keep telling that story, tell that story to our friends, to our family, to the woman on the bus, to everybody. So thank you so much, because Jesus, that can't have been fucking easy, so thank you so much. So our next artist is Jason. Wake up world. Wake up world. Life is on hold. Life is on hold. Yes. Okay. I also do chorus in Arabic and Gaeilge, but whenever it's English, tear into it. Manel, my friend who runs Swords for Palestine, helped me with the Arabic, and another friend helped me for the Gaeilge. Thanks. Wake up
very happy actually to be here and to, yeah, it's been a while, so it's a good cause to come back to. Yeah, so we'll get into it. First poem is called Better, and it's just kind of a meditation on, you know, the good in the world, you know, even though there's a lot of kind of shit going on, but there are some good parts, and, you know, we have to focus on the positives as much as we can. So I'm going to start, just a reminder, I don't know why you're telling me this, but I just went 30 on Monday, so I'm wearing glasses now, and I have low back pain, so I don't know. So, on this day we are better, not well, not okay, not alright, just better. Better than anyone trying to deny us, deprive us, deceive us, or divide us. Better than empty promises, false prophets, and those who use our pain for ill-gotten gains. We're better than those who profit from misery, infinity. It's not about superior or inferior, anti or pro, we're better than that. We're better than any brand, any tag, or any mask. We've gone past the notions, the illusions, the wagging finger of disapproval. We're breathing fresh air into our era, a new era. Wakey. We're too busy looking to the screen or the sky to realise that God is in our neighbour. We're not bland, but we need flavours, a little seasoning. We're better than a bad situation. I make these statements for my nation. No one asked, I just gave them. See, I had a chip on my shoulder that was big enough to feed a village, but then I had a premonition that I was being silly. The world doesn't fill me with confidence, so I choose the city. A generation generating a good buzz. Better, just better. So yeah, I was very happy to get to be asked to perform here. Like I was telling Meg, that was like an excuse, well not an excuse, a good way of writing new material, which I kind of struggle at. I struggle to get the time, you know. So I did write a new piece. It's called Roots, and it's really about like kind of my father in Sudan and kind of what's going on there at the moment. And obviously all these other causes are like what's going on in Palestine and Congo, very important, but I wrote about Sudan because, you know, I have Sudanese family, and yeah, so I'll get into that. It's called Roots. My father moved here in the 70s for education and work. He recently retired an engineer and computer scientist, maybe one of the first. His travels led him to Ballymun, where he attained what many would call the American dream in Ireland. Descended from a long line of Muslim men, I think he came here so he could enjoy a cigarette and a Guinness in peace. He gave 30 years of service to his company. This man assimilated and integrated twice over. His rest is well earned and well deserved. I wish he could enjoy the fruits, but unfortunately for the last 2 years, something rotten has decimated his roots. Sisters, uncles, cousins, aunties, nephews and nieces, and his 90-year-old mother forced to flee to neighbouring Uganda, avoiding exploitation, ethnic cleansing, petty crime and gender-based violence. And for what? Is it power? Is it religion? Is it divide and conquer? I can't say, but the only common denominator is insecure men. When I observed my roots, my growth was modelled by my only role model, forever fed, enlightened and watered. I long for the day when 3 generations of Mohammeds can return to Sudanese soil. I yearn for the day we return and sit under the branches of my family tree, comforted and protected by its roots. Inshallah. So I just have one more little show I want to do. It's called Breathe, and it's really just about breathing, and you know how important it is to, you know, focus on the breath. And you know, there's a lot of stuff going on outside. It can be hard to, you know, you can feel powerless sometimes with everything going on and what you can do, but you just have to focus on the breath. So, breathe. I go with the flow. Through the highs and lows, I find calm in the storm. I find calm in the moment. And every day I take a moment of silence that turns my mind into an island in the sun. Too many lands are in the storm, but we must face it, all guns blazing, till one day, someday, we'll be back sun gazing. So until then, find your balance. And if you find yourself tipping over the edge, just try and balance. Because the days are bright, and darkness can't exist once there's just one ray of light. And there's an array of light. If you're open to feel it, no need to hope and dream, just take a moment of being, a moment of healing. Because those that know the feeling, know that you're supposed to just breathe with it. Thank you.
Is our to be on the same set list as Adam Mohammed, because yes, in the 90s Adam's family was the only other Sudanese family in Bollywood. So we've known each other for quite some time, and it's just so lovely to see Dublin become such a melting pot and to see everybody being celebrated and welcomed. So thank you so much for coming. We're going to start off with a song that when I heard it, I wish I had wrote it myself. So I kind of did the next best thing and asked for licensing so I could release it myself. So this is Frank Ocean's Swing Good. That's a pretty big trunk on my Lincoln Town car in it, big enough to take these broken hearts and put them in it. Now I'm driving round on the boulevard trying to plead in. Every time the cops pull me over, they don't ever see them, they never see them. And I've got this black suit on, rolling around like I'm ready for a funeral. 5 more miles till the road runs out. I'm about to drive in the ocean.
they feel it. This is not just neglect, it is complicity. But let us remind the world, without Congo, there are no industrial revolutions. Without Congo, there are no nuclear weapons. Without Congo, there's no electrical device. Without Congo, there is no vehicles. The world runs on Congo, wealth where Congolese people die in misery. We refuse to stay silent. The world must take action. Sanction must be exposed on Rwanda. The exploitation of Congo's resource must end. Justice must be served. To those listening today, let this be our message. The blood of our people cries out from the ground. The world can no longer ignore. From suffering of Congo, the time for justice is now. Thank you so much for listening.
I imagine it's things that a lot of people in this room know about, but maybe it isn't. And yeah, it's definitely something that we all need to be talking more about to our families and friends, and just really educating people because some people don't know. Are we ready for our next artist? Imagine we're just all like, no, actually we're going home to bed now. No, there's still a full bar. That should be crazy. Our next artist is actually, she was with us on her last gig, and we're really excited to have her back tonight. She's a singer, songwriter and activist from Cork. Any Cork people in? Woo! Yes, so if you have Cork out, someone clapped. Someone clapped, that's great. And her single for Palestine, Wake Up World, is going to be coming soon, so you're going to want to follow her afterwards. Give it up for Kira Hurley, everybody!
It's really nice to be here. We're having a bit of a Cork massive. I'm sitting with Brian at the back, the accidental rapper. I'm very grateful to be able to come and sing. This is the gift that I've been given in this life, and it's beautiful to be able to share it. Music is medicine, and we need it. These are very, very strange and dark times. So someone said to me about a year ago, I don't want to sing love songs anymore. I thought it was like one of the saddest things that anyone had ever said to me. And the reason I'm telling you this is because the first song I'm going to sing is a love song. I'm a huge Aretha fan. I absolutely love soul and blues music, and I used to sing this me and my friend used to sing this to each other when we were like 9 or 10. And the reason I think the world is still standing is because of love. Love is everything, no ifs, no buts. I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Oh, I comb in my hair now, I'm wondering what dress to wear now. I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, we stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you. Together is how it must be. To live without you would only mean heartbreak for me. For me.